Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'll do the compare video. I know the weather is not as great today, but it's still beautiful. A little bit rainy, but why not? I just rode these two bicycles just to get better feelings before to do the compare, so I can get you better explanation and the difference. So they might look the same. This one is Jetson Haze. This one is OneBot S1 model. And if you look from the distance, they kind of look the same, but they are different design actually, and that's why you have different experience of riding them. As you can see, the Jetson Haze have a little bit bulky frame, but it's also shorter. With the OneBot, it's more sexy, slimmer, and it's a little bit seat is going about 4 inches higher. Right now it's not on the top, it's just middle, but I can lift it up very high. I'll show you later. Also, the difference in weight. Number one, OneBot weight only 43 pounds. The Jetson Haze weight 48 pounds, so it's a like 5 pounds difference. Make a little bit weight difference when you want to lift it up. Not a lot, but still good for consideration. As you can see, I'll go with the actual handlebar and show you the how they look both. Handlebar over here exactly the same as Jetson Bolt Pro if you have one. It's about 20 inch I think length, more or less, like, and OneBot it has 23 inches, so it's much wider. It gives you better stability. Also, both of them comes with dual brakes. It's the same type of brakes, but not exactly. Looks like OneBot S7 have a little bit better. I think they don't squeak, they feel better, and as you can see, it's a little bit even wider, some disc. But again, it's 160 millimeters on both bikes, and it's not really a big difference to consider actually, because they work about the same. Both of them stopping power about the same. I didn't see much difference. But S1 model does have a display. I rode on this bike already since last charge was like about 14 miles already. I rode on this bike, and I still have battery, about 3 battery left. Okay, so I think you can easily to get about 15 to 17 miles on the OneBot. And over here you don't have any actual display, so I don't really know how much I ride on this bike. And I noticed the discharge of the Haze is much quicker for some reason, even it comes with a bigger battery, which I'm gonna tell you later the size of the battery, but it's discharged for some reason quicker. Both of them come with 3-speed mode. With Haze, it's easy to switch 1, 2, 3. Turn on is a simple button over here, and you will see only how many bars you have, like battery charge. And when you start to throttle, usually it will drop dramatically. With OneBot, to turn it on, you just press this button over here. It will be on. To switch power, like different pedal assist level, you just use this button to switch. And you do have trip information, also odometer, so, and time, how long you actually rode this bicycle on since the time you turn it on. And this bicycle come also with a horn. With a Haze, it comes with like cheap plastic, which is usually doesn't work. So it's right here, but okay. The difference also when you're riding this bicycle, and by the way, they come, both of them come almost assembled. With a OneBot, it also comes with a assembled, like it has a foldable pedals, and Jetson also have foldable pedals. So both of them come 98% assembled mostly. With a Haze, you have to just attach the handlebar over here. For some people might be a little bit complicated. OneBot, you just bring the bar up and you all set. Just adjust the way you want it and you can go and ride it. The size of the tires the same about, as you can see, actually with Haze looks a little bit wider, but I don't feel any difference. Most likely the same when you're riding. It's sometimes they put also different tires on every bike, so it's not gonna be like for sure, like if you buy Haze next month, they might have a little bit different tires. So that's very common with Jetson Bolt Pro, I noticed, and some other bikes they usually use different type of tires sometimes. So but again, it's 16-inch both of them. As you can see, the rims about the same. The motor is 250 watt. With the Haze you got 350, but the size it's about the same, a little bit smaller over here, just maybe 5mm smaller, but not a lot at all. So I noticed like the latch is over here for handlebar. They open up the same way on both sides. Over here we have aluminum latch, which is pretty good setup. And over here you have latch for the frame. Both of them have foldable frame, so you will not see much difference in this kind of mechanical issue. But the problem is that comfortability riding for taller people. So I'm 5'11", and I notice when I'm riding OneBot, I'm riding more freely, so my feet can open up more. And if you're riding at night, I want just to show you the difference in lighting, which also important. It's about same brightness, as you can see, but with OneBot S7, the light would move with your handlebar, so it makes it better for you when you're making turns, because with Haze, when you're turning right or left, the light will still just going straight. There is no way to adjust at all. It's a fixed light in the frame. Over here you can adjust low, or when you're turning right, left. So I think it's better light on OneBot. And both of them have the same type of fork, not adjustable, no suspension. But with the OneBot, looks like it's a little bit thicker. I'm not sure if it does anything much, but it has a little bit more stability, and as you can see, it's a bit thinner. And also the frame over here, this one versus this one, it's a little bit longer and it's more angle, I think. So when you're riding both of them, compare, like you feel a bit more stable on OneBot for some reason. Also the Haze comes with a locking mechanism, like a theft prevention, and I think it's a good and it's bad part, because the good about it, then you can lock your rear wheel, but at the same time, if you accidentally close this and you have no key, you cannot ride the bike, and this piece will always fall off when you're riding. So I'm afraid even to push because I don't have a key right now. But it does come with a magnet over here, but OneBot does not have it. But it's still easy to fold it and storage. I didn't feel any problem with that. But this piece, it's a good and it's bad, because it's kind of not really protect anything other than locking your rear wheel. But the bikes are so light, if somebody wants to steal it, they just pick it up and walk away with your lock. So it's kind of ridiculous to have this on this type of bicycle. But again, it comes with this lock. I would probably never use this, and I would probably remove it, because I don't want to stuck somewhere accidentally to pushing it. Okay, if you fold this bike, you fold it and forgot the key at home, then you cannot really ride the bicycle. Both bicycle comes with protection over here. This one is like not movable much. Over there it's wheel, and you can fold the OneBot, and once you fold it, I will not demonstrate right now, once you fold it, you can actually roll your bicycle. You cannot really do it with a Jetson Haze. The seats on the Haze, it's exactly as the Jetson Bolt Pro, as I said before. It's soft, but it's not as comfortable seat. And I noticed on on the OneBot, it's more slimmer seat, more sporty. It's a little bit softer for me, I can see, and it doesn't give you actually the same feeling like when you're riding on the Jetson, because on the Jetson, if you're a heavy person, this spring will move down and you will feel like you're on a swing, so you will not have this good stability. Also, both of them comes with a rear suspension, as you can see right here and the one over here. But the way they actually design the soft tail kind of bicycle, over here you're basically sitting almost on the spring, but your seat is pretty good like spring inside, so it does not give you any swinging feeling. It does help you to soften up the ride, but with a Haze it still gives you a softer ride, but if you're a heavy person you will feel a little bit swing back because of the seat, so you might want to consider to upgrading the seat if you buy Haze, and if you want OneBot, upgrade the seat more comfortable. But it's more sporty, because I can tell you, you're riding this bicycle more like a traditional bicycle OneBot. With the Haze, I still feel like riding very small bicycle, because my feet cannot straighten up well, and the distance between handlebar and the pole, it's a little bit shorter versus to OneBot. OneBot have a longer distance and about inch longer bike, but no more than an inch longer, but it does give you a little bit difference. The step over frame, it's about the same length, so there's no difference in that. The grip, it's better on the OneBot. It's rubber and have some like handle rest, so it's pretty good grab. It's not slippery, and it also comes with a half throttle over here. And with Haze, it's absolutely the same as Jetson Bolt Pro if you have one. It's full throttle. It's kind of rubberish, but it's not. It's more like plastic feels, so it's a little bit different feelings. I think it's better on the OneBot. And also, OneBot doesn't have any light on the back. With the Haze, you do have a light. It's a brake light and tail light, so it's a kind of good feature as well if you consider riding at night. Oh, here's the Haze. Okay, so let me see how tall is the seat. So it's all up to the tallest. I know you can buy higher seat post, like longer seat pole, but the seat post will be longer, but handlebar still stays the same. And if you compare both of them side by side, the OneBot about at least 2 inches taller with handlebar as well, which makes also the difference. And if you're a taller person, let me show you how much higher you can lift up the seat. And I'm not going over the limit because there's a line. You can go even higher if you want to, but I'm leaving about 4 inches even more inside the frame to be on safe side. And here's the difference when you compare them side by side. It's about 4 inches even taller and from the ground, so it gives you better riding experience when you're a taller person. Okay, and that's also one of the biggest difference. Even if you're buying taller pole, you don't have as much space between pole and handlebar, then you have to buy some extension to bring your handlebar up and work around things. But with a OneBot S1, it's already taller bike, also have more space, about an inch. Okay, and now about the riding experience. Not only it's the OneBot S7 taller bike, more comfortable to ride, also since this bike has a 350 motor, it should be more powerful, faster, but actually it's about the same speed. And you don't get like ghost pedaling with S7, because looks like the way it's designed, you can go up to 21 miles just pedaling, okay, and you will never get ghost pedaling this way. With Haze, you will get ghost pedaling most likely if you're going to go too fast, like if you're going downhill. OneBot S7 maybe 1.5 miles faster actually, continuously, because with a Haze Bolt, I feel like it's losing power after long riding on the same speed. It's just getting a little bit slow. But again, I'm 215. If you're lighter person, I think you can go even faster. So speed about the same. You will not see much difference in speed, but you will see in display. With Haze, you don't have display, so you will have to have phone, GPS, or buy speedometer to see the speed actually. And the difference, I noticed pedal assist, which is also important with the Haze. I noticed the pedal assist level 1 kick in about maybe 3-4 minutes or 3-4 seconds after you start to ride, or even 2 or 3. So you don't get the real pedal assist right away. It takes some delay for some reason. That's the way they set it up. There's no way to change it, okay? So it's in programming controller. So once you start to ride it, it will kick in about few seconds. And I don't see much difference between 1, 2, and 3. And when I ride Haze, I don't even switch 1, 2, 3. I go to assist level 3 right away, because it does not really give you much assistance as you want to. So it's kind of, you will not get really good speed, and you will feel like always you need to use throttle to get faster. That's what I felt. With OneBot S7, it's actually responsive very well. As soon as you like even put on the level 1, like pedal assist level 1, you'll feel assist, okay? And I notice it's maybe that's why I don't feel like the battery like drainage so much, because you don't get much ghost pedaling. So you always, when you pedal, you feel like a little bit tension. So you give you pedal assist at the same time you can work out. So I think if you want a real bicycle, then OneBot S7 would be probably better choice. If you're a taller person, if you want to get like real bicycle feeling when you're riding the bicycle, because it gives you better pedal assist. I think it gives you more support, and even on higher speed when you're going up to like 80 miles, I still feel like assist coming in. With Haze, I think after 14 miles or 50 miles, there is not much assist. I use the throttle, and you have to pedal more. So I think with this bicycle, it's more better like programming. As a quality wise, it's about the same. I didn't see much difference. Both of them pretty solid bicycle. When you drop them, they're pretty solid, and they're both of them aluminum. You can feel like different in weight, but it's only like 5 pounds, which I can feel it a little bit, okay? But I think the OneBot looks a little bit sexy. It's more slimmer, and it's more comfortable to ride for me. And I am sure if you're a tall person, you're gonna appreciate this a little bit taller handlebar and taller seat post. And the biggest difference between these two bicycles, it's the size of the battery, and it's a difference in how the battery. So basically, with the Haze, the battery inside, and it's fully it's removable, so you can open up and remove it. With OneBot, you cannot remove it. It's located over here, and it's inside. You can remove it, but it's not every day. It's attached. Basically, it's not supposed to be removed daily. You can replace it. I don't think there should be any problem to replace. I contact the company and ask them if they're gonna have a replacement battery. They told me next month they were gonna have new parts, so they are getting ready to have all the supply you need to fix it or to replace it. Okay, so there feels like they're a good company, because everything on this bike worked from the day one when I pulled out from the box. I didn't do any adjustment to the brakes. It was working just fine, and it just riding fine. There was no scratches. Came fully assembled, so I like it. And if you ask me which bike I like the more when I riding both of them, and which one I would pick, most likely I would pick OneBot for a few reasons. If I don't need a replaceable battery, because it's very useful sometimes, but I don't really ride that much. I don't ride more than 50 miles on the beach, and this bicycle very convenient to take it in your car. Very easy to fold it and bring in the car. I think I can put like 3 or 4 bicycles in my car, the same size, because it's very compact. And I believe it would be the same with the Haze. The only difference are my riding experience much better with OneBot because I'm a taller person. I feel like I'm riding the bicycle. With the Haze, I don't really want to pedal anymore. I sit on the bicycle like a scooter because it's not as convenient and it's not as tall, so you get different kind of position, and also the grabbing, this holding the handlebar is much softer, it's more comfortable, and I like the half throttle as well. Also, you always see the speed you're going, so it kind of gave me more kind of liking it. Okay, but again, if you want to remove a battery, the Haze have one, and it's a little bit bigger battery, but for some reason I noticed the Haze discharge faster. Last time I rode it, I didn't get as good mileage, I think, on the Haze versus to the OneBot. So I think it's not all about the size of the battery, also the way it's programmed. So if you're using the throttle only, I notice the bars over here will not really going down as quick as on a Haze. On Haze, you see a little bit more sucking, so it's basically, even you have full charge, and eventually when you start to throttle, you will see the bar start to drop. With the OneBot, it will do the same thing, but not right away. Probably after you ride like 5 or 6 miles on it. I think I answered all the questions you guys had. Also about price, I'm not talking about price because the price can change at any time. The price on Jetson Haze online price is like $650 on Costco, but actually it's like $800 on Jetson website. And with OneBot it's $700, but it's on sale, and I'll post link in description. You can check, there should be some discount extra, so you may get it for a better price than Haze actually. And I think Haze was on sale for 1 week or so. If you got it, it's pretty good price, I think, for under $500. But if you pick one, just consider for convenience how you're gonna use this. And if you want lighter bike, bigger battery, I feel much difference in range. Even the battery, it's smaller with OneBot. In my opinion, I like the OneBot because it's a bigger bike for me, like taller. It has a better lighting, so it's moving with your handlebar. I think it's a little bit faster. It gave me good pedaling experience, so there's no ghost pedaling. It gave you pedal assist better, and it's lighter, about 5 pounds lighter. So for me, riding at the beach or to the store, I would be choosing the OneBot. But again, you need to decide based on your own needs, and both of the bikes have the same way situation where you cannot really attach the basket other than seat post. You can attach to the seat post, that's about it, or handlebar, which I don't really recommend because handlebar you might lose also the balance. And I noticed actually with OneBot, the way it's designed looks like instead of going forward balance, it's actually backwards. So when I was riding at the beach, I almost did some wheelie because it's more backwards. So that's something I noticed as well. It's not bad part, but it's kind of a little bit different because when you braking quickly with front brake, some people fall, like they fly because the bikes like kind of flip over. With OneBot, it was good. It's actually no problem at all. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.